So I've had a couple of y'all ask about how I do my chicken soup. So, and about canning. And so what we're going to do here, this is step one. I've took about 7 chicken breasts that are partially frozen and have added in 2 of the small jars of Kraft barbecue sauce. And basically what I did was I just added water to the barbecue sauce and rinsed out the jars, so I got as much barbecue sauce as possible. And then stirred it up so before I added my chicken to it. And now I'm going to cook it up in my pressure cooker XL for about 30 minutes. And then I'll come back and show you how I cook up my, and how I cut it up and make my chicken soup with it. So I'll be back. Okay, step 2 is I've got 8 potatoes and 3 cans of mixed vegetables, a 1/4 cup of celery, and a 1/2 cup of red onion. And I'm bringing that to a boil. And then once this boils, then I'll show you the next step. Okay? And we'll be back. So what I've done here is I've took this chicken, I've shredded it. See how I've shredded it? And I've put it in the bottom of each of these jars. Now, I use ball jars. I highly recommend you use ball jars. These are quart jars. I like the wide mouth. So what I've done is I've took half of the liquid from the vegetables and potatoes, and I put it in each jar. In each jar I put 1 teaspoon of poultry seasoning, and after I have put a mixture of the water off of the vegetables, I've added to it the barbecue sauce that I cooked the chicken in. This gives this kind of like a barbecue chicken flavor. Now I'm going to put it into my All-American canner, and I'm going to cook it. Since these are quarts, I'm going to cook it, I believe it's 90 minutes at 10 pounds. I have to look it up because, like you, I'm kind of new at this. And then we'll come back once I have that done. And while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and clean up my kitchen from all the mess I've made here. So I'll be back. Here we go with jiggling. So here we are. 10 pounds of pressure. It's actually about 11 pounds of pressure, but that's okay. And now we're going to let this sit for 90 minutes. So we'll be back once that's done. So while we're watching this, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Jiggle, jiggle. You hear it jiggling? Jiggle, jiggle. Okay. So I wanted to show you this book. This is absolutely, if you are brand new to canning, this is an old book, but this is absolutely the best book I have found to teach you how to start canning. Obviously, you can see I've got my own recipes up in here that I've gotten offline for my friends on homesteading channels and stuff. But this book right here, I absolutely recommend this book if you can get it. If not, you could probably find a PDF of it, because this is like, I think this was made in the 70s. I don't see the copyright. Yeah, I'm not seeing the copyright. But see, this is what it's got. It's got getting started. It's got water bath canning. It's got pressure canning. It's got freezing. It's got drying and storing. And it tells you how to do root cellars. I mean, this is really a really good book to have. As you can tell, I've come back to this book multiple times. I can't say enough about this book. This is a beginner's book, obviously. Obviously, there's still the ball canning book. There's still the FDA canning book. So there's a lot of canning books out there. But this one right here, if you're just starting and you don't know the difference between water bathing and canning, this is perfect for you, okay? This is going to tell you what you need to know. Alright, and it's got recipes in the book that's easy to follow. You know, tells you the ingredients, tells you the utensils you need. It tells you how to put up your how to use pectin. See here, it's got recipes. I mean, it's got apple butter recipes. Come on. I'm going to be back with you once we get done and show you what we have to do once we get the 90 minutes done on the canner. But get this book. If you're brand new to canning, get this book or find a PDF copy of it. This is absolutely how I started on my canning journey. Okay, well, I'm going to be back. Alright, we're going to break this again. We're going to pause it, okay? So, what I've done here is I have taken the weight off, and what little bit of pressure is left is dissipating. And we're going to let this sit here and cool for about an hour, because you don't want to try and take this off while it's still hot. I mean, then you might burn yourself or whatever. So I'm going to let this cooled off until I can actually touch the sides, and then I'll take the lid off and we'll see what we got. And hopefully none of the jars have busted inside, but I think I do have one. And I say that because if you see there, it looks like that is either some seepage out of a jar or possibly a busted jar. So we'll see. And we'll post that here in a little bit. Alright. Okay, so I have pulled them out. And as you can see, they are still boiling. And they're looking good. They're looking absolutely delicious. Look at that. This is barbecue chicken soup. Okay? This barbecue chicken soup. And yes, I had a little bit of a seepage in there. You see that? And I thought that I had the broke jar. But actually what happened was I ran out of steam probably the last 3 to 5 minutes. I was like, oh no, I know. You know, but everything's looking okay. So we will see. We will let these cool, and hopefully they all seal. I am worried about this one because you see it's got a ding in the lid there. So I am worried about that one. So I might actually use that one for dinner tonight just to be on the safe side. But here we are. That's how you do it, folks. So right there, 7 quarts of barbecue chicken soup. It's a little bit different from regular chicken noodle soup. This is barbecue chicken vegetable soup is what this is. And, you know, little bit different flavor. So if you're in the prepared mindset, then you know that you want to do things that have different flavors and different ideas, and I hope this is a good idea for you. Now what I'll do is when I cook these up, I'll actually use these, cook these up and pour these over rice. So then you have barbecue chicken vegetable rice, and it is really good, just so you know. Okay, so that's how easy it is to do, folks. Not anything really, not anything really that is difficult. I mean, I made this recipe up myself. I just came up with it and put it together, and as long as it all seals and it's all good to go, we're good to go. So that's it. That's all for today. Bye, Sicko.